Welcome, students. A very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about a very important topic, and that is wants, needs and wants. And then the important characteristics and classification of wants. So can you tell me what is need? Anyone? What is need?
So food,
What
center, cloth,
Food,
basic needs, sir.
food, shelter, cloth are basic needs.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So need is something essential for survival, for meeting the minimum requirement of a people. The goods which are required to live a normal life. That is minimum requirement, most essential. So that is need. The definition of need is the state of felt deprivation of some basic satisfaction. So it is very important to understand that when we say need, it means it is a felt state of deprivation. Deprivation means वंचित किसी चीज से होना, महसूस करना. So it is a felt state of deprivation. When one feels that he is deprived of something, then we will say that he is in need. Or a need situation arises when there is a gap between what is and what ought to be. One person should have. So if there is a gap, then we will say that he is in needs. So need is the felt state of deprivation or the things which are most essential for the survival of a people, mankind. Now you know, you might have heard several times as man is a bundle of desires. So a man has so many desires. And human desires culminate into wants. When we have desires, we express it in terms of human wants. And wants have very peculiar characteristics. Wants are unlimited. We have unlimited wants. We have wants after wants. We want food. We want good clothes. We want to live a good life. So wants are unlimited. Some wants are related to basic necessities of life, food, shelter, clothes. These are the wants which are related with the basic necessities of life. And some are to make life more comfortable and luxurious. Once we get minimum, then we try to obtain the things which are essential for the easy life, which makes our life comfortable and luxurious. So want is a mean of expressing a need. It is very important. We have needs, and when we express our needs, it becomes want. So want is a mean of expressing a need. It is a specific need for something. It is very important to understand here that it is a specific need for something. Everybody needs food, clothes, and shelter. We live in a civilized society, and these are the minimum basic requirement that we need. But then we are hungry, we need food. But then if I am a vegetarian, then I don't want non-vegetarian food. So kindly try to understand the difference. Although I need food, although I am hungry, but I don't want non-vegetarian food. I want only vegetarian food. So I have a need, but that need is specific, and I want only vegetarian food, and this is my want. So wants are specific needs, and we express our needs in terms of wants. Then wants has several distinguished characteristics. Human wants are unlimited. I have already told you that human wants are unlimited. Man is a bundle of desires and has numerous wants and needs. And when one want is satisfied, another springs out. You feel hungry, you take food, and then at that moment of time, your need for eating food is satiated. Your hunger has gone. but then you need a cup of coffee. So another one springs out. So when one want is satisfied, another one spring out. Then there is multiplicity of wants. When one want is satisfied, another, then next, then next, then next. So there are several wants which come one after another, and it is called the multiplicity of want. Then any particular want is satiable. You are hungry, so you take food, and your that particular want at that moment of time is satiated. But then another will come out. So although human wants are infinite, but it is possible to satisfy a single want at particular time or place. Wants are complementary. Sometimes we need more than one commodity, more than one goods to satisfy our wants, and it happens often. It happens generally. A single commodity is not enough to satisfy our all wants, and therefore we want commodities, goods and services in combination, and it is called the complementarity of wants. So most of the goods are required to be used in combination. Suppose you have a bike. So having a bike is not enough. You also need petrol, fuel to run that bike. So we need two goods to run that bike. So this is complementarity. Then wants are competitive also. We have limited resources, we have unlimited wants. So it is essential to prioritize our wants. It is essential to identify the most important wants, and then accordingly allocate your resources. So wants compete for resources. Wants compete with each other for resources, and that is why we say that wants are competitive. Wants are unlimited means unlimited, but means to satisfy them is limited, and one cannot satisfy all wants at a particular time. Wants compete for resources, I have already told you. Then the another characteristics is wants change with people, place, and time. And it is very obvious. We all experience that our wants are different from others. I need something, you need something else. So wants change with people. Once we grow older, when I am young, my needs are different. When I become old, when we grow older, then for the same person, their requirements, their needs, their wants change. So want changes with people, with place, and with time. Then wants are alternatives. A want can be satisfied by different alternatives. Choice of alternatives depend upon preferences and resources or money at disposal. Ultimately, it is the money, it is the resource that matters. We need resources, we need money to satisfy our wants, and thus we can go for satisfying our wants as long as our resources permits. And then wants are alternative. We have already said that's one want can be satisfied in alternative ways. You are thirsty, so you can have a glass of water, or you can go for lassi or cold drink. So to quench your thirst, you have alternatives. Either you go for plain water, or you can have a cold drink. Then wants increases with progress of society. As society progresses, many new things come out, many new types of products come out, new technologies are there, new technologies are there to produce the things, newer kinds of things, and those things are available in the market. So with the progress of society, we get alternatives to satisfy our wants, and as per the availability of commodities, goods, and services, our wants also changes. So suppose 2 years back there was no cheese. Now cheese is available in the markets. So we want cheese. There are children who prefer pizza, who like to consume pizza, and for them we buy cheese. So with the progress of time, this kind of commodities come out, and our wants also change accordingly. Then wants differ in intensity and urgency. Unlimited wants occupy different positions in hierarchy. You know, suppose I get my salary, and I have to meet my wants, my needs, my demands in the salary which is available to me. So for that, I have to prioritize my wants. I have to give a hierarchical position to different wants. Of course, the topmost priority is that I should have resources for the purchase of groceries, food items, then paying the rent of the house, then paying the fees of their children. So accordingly, we prioritize, and this is this gives the intensity. This explains the intensity of want and urgency. We have already prioritized wants, and suppose someone falls ill in your family, then what will happen? Our priority will change, and we will go for the treatment of that person, leaving other wants which are less important. So wants differ in intensity and urgency. A man wants to satisfy first the most basic needs, as for example, food, clothing, and shelter. Then wants get converted into habits. And we all observe, we all experience this, that with a due course of time, certain wants become our habit. People start smoking, consuming tobacco, liquor. Sometimes we feel requirement of tea and coffee at a particular time. So this becomes our habit at that particular time. Your mind gives you signal that you need a cup of coffee. Then wants are recurring. Wants are also recurring. In the morning, we are hungry, we take breakfast, and our hunger went off. Then after 2 or 3 hours, we again feel hungry. So the wants are recurring. You take lunch, again your hunger will satisfy, and then at the evening or in the night, you will feel hunger again. So this is the property, and it is called recurring wants. Then wants are influenced by customs or traditions. And you also know about this. Man is a social animal. We are bound to accept customs or traditions of our society. We follow the customs and traditions of our society. Uh, Suppose you are going in a marriage, so it has a particular dress code. Suppose you are going in a mourning, where someone has died, in his cremation, so the dress code is different. So this is not a set rule, but it is a custom that we need to follow. Then wants are affected by promotion and income. Income is the key, resources are the key. So when we get promoted, I get a promotion, my income rises. So I have liberty to spend more money as per the choice. And thus, we can say, or we say, that wants are affected by promotion and income. Our purchasing power and promotion methods adopted by business organization influences buying process. So wants are very important, because unless we have needs and wants, we will not do any effort. To satisfy, we have needs and wants, and this is the problem. Here is the crux. This is the key point, trigger point. To satisfy our needs and wants, we need efforts. You must remember that the ultimate objective of the life is to get satisfaction. So at one end, there is needs and wants, and the another end is satisfaction. So beginning is needs and wants, and the end is satisfaction. And to get satisfaction, we are supposed to make efforts. And we make efforts in terms of generating wealth, taking economic activities. We go for consumption. So all these things to satisfy them require efforts. And when we make efforts, then we get satisfaction. We can satisfy a want at that particular moment of time. But please remember that wants are recurring, wants are multiple, it has multiplicity. So another want will come out, and this is a cycle. This is a cycle. For any particular needs and wants, we make efforts, we get satisfied, then we have another, and will have to again make effort to satisfy that particular want again. So this is a cycle. Then classification of human wants. So based upon need, uses, and importance, human wants can be classified into different categories. And first is necessity. There are certain needs and wants which are necessary in nature, which is necessity. We must have that. Necessity for existence is, and it is further subdivided into different categories, and one is necessity for existence. So for our existence, for our survival, we need food, clothes, and shelter, and this is must. We require minimum food, we require clothes, and we require shelter to live a safe and life. So this is necessity. This is not luxury. This is necessity, and we must have all these things. Then necessity for efficiency. So this is also very important. You just consider that 5 or 10 years back, the use of mobile was considered to be a luxury. Now, can you imagine a life without a mobile? I am taking your classes because of you have a mobile there. So use of computer in teaching has increased the efficiency. It has increased the efficiency. It has increased the reach. I am here, but I am reaching to you. So this kind of wants are called necessity for efficiency. And then necessity for convention, social rituals and customs. To follow those social rituals and customs, we need to follow those unwritten rules, because we are the social animals. We live in a society. So those are called necessity for convention. Then another form of want is comfort. When we get our necessities satisfied, when we have the basic things, then we want to add comfort in our life. We want to make our life easy. We want to adopt or buy the things which can make our life comfortable. To make life more easy, pleasant, and more fuller, human beings goes for additional wants. And after meeting necessities, as I told you, people go for acquiring things of comfort. For example, in summers or to live a normal life, we need fan. So fan is a necessity, but now people go for air conditioners. So air conditioner is an example of comfort. And this kind of things happens everywhere. We want our life comfortable. We want our life easy. For that, we go for the things which can make our life easy and comfortable. And such kind of wants are known as wants or comforts. And then third form is luxury. Often things of comfort are not enough. We may have AC, but we don't feel satisfied. People go, please mute your mobile, please mute your microphone. Then when we have the things of comfort, we want more and more. We want a shelter, and then we want a penthouse. So this is luxury. A big house, a very big house, having all amenities, all facilities there. So this kind of wants are called luxuries. Preferences, a standard of living, a stage of economic development of a country, time, period, etc. determine human needs. As for example, again I will give the example of that mobile. A mobile was supposed to be luxury in past, but now it is necessity for most of the people. So earlier it was considered as luxury, now it has become a necessity for the life. So same kind of wants, with changing time, with changing place, changes its forms, and it can be classified in different ways. So this is very important. You must understand. So this is all about today. Today we have discussed about the concept of needs and wants. Needs and wants are very important in our life, in the entire economic system, because it is the beginning, it is the trigger point from where the efforts start, which induces us to make efforts to satisfy our needs and wants. The ultimate objective of life is to get satisfaction, and we need to satisfy our needs and wants, which are unlimited, and the resources to satisfy them are limited. And here is the challenge. Here lies the challenge, because we are supposed to satisfy our needs and wants with the given resources, available resources, and for that we need to make choice. We need to make decisions. We need to prioritize our needs and wants. We need to give them a hierarchical position so that we can address the most important needs and wants first, and accordingly second, third, fourth, as per their hierarchy, as per their priority. So needs and wants are very important concepts, and you must understand the difference between the needs. Needs are the basic, uh, most basic commodities which are essential for the survival, and it is the state of felt deprivation of some basic satisfaction. We express our needs in terms of wants, and when we say wants, it means wants are specific needs. So when we are hungry, we need food, but then the persons who are non-vegetarian will prefer or will go for only non-vegetarian food, will prefer vegetarian, non-vegetarian food, but the persons who are vegetarian will go for only vegetarian food. So although they need food, they want only vegetarian food, and this is the difference. The need is a specific, the need is for the vegetarian food, so this becomes a want. And then there is desire. Suppose you want to fulfill your wants in a particular way, then it becomes a desire. So you are hungry, you want to eat pizza, and you want to eat pizza in McDonald's, so this is your desire. So you want to eat pizza, you want to consume pizza at a particular place in McDonald's, so this is desire. You desire to eat pizza, you desire to have pizza in the McDonald's, so this is desire. So there is finer difference between needs, wants, and desires, and you have understood, I think, and you have now acquainted with the forms. Those are necessities, then necessities for life, necessities for society, then comforts, luxury. So these are the forms of wants. So this is all about today. Tomorrow we will discuss another topic. So any questions? Any questions? No?
Sir, is want can be controlled?
Wants can be controlled. Yeah, we are supposed to, we need to control, and we control our several wants, because our resources are limited. So we prioritize, we make priorities, we set priorities for our wants, and then we go for the topmost wants which are topmost in our priority list, and we keep aside other wants. So we somehow we control our needs and wants. We can't fulfill all at a time. It is impossible. So we are always supposed to control our needs and wants. Any more question? Any more question?
No, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much. Again at 9 tomorrow we will meet. All the best. Thank you.